The East African country of Somalia once had a strong fishing industry protected by a powerful coast guard, but when civil war dissolved the country's naval force in the early 90s, the entire fishing industry collapsed with it, and the once peaceful fishermen had to become pirates to survive. Number 12. The Seabourn Spirit is a cruise ship that was targeted by pirates 100 miles off the Somali coast in November of 2005. The video begins with two passengers curiously recording a speedboat just outside their window.
Versuchen's. Ja, sie versuchen's.
Soon, the captain's voice floods their room on the intercom.
Gentlemen, all ships stay inside, stay inside, stay inside. We are trying to stay run away from them now. Stay inside, everybody. This is a real alarm. Please stay inside.
The ship tries to escape 3 speedboats full of heavily armed pirates for 2 hours. Grenades and bullets are striking the sides. Eventually, the crew uses a high-tech sonar device to drive the pirates back by using overwhelming sound frequencies. Number 11. South Korean Navy SEALs are on a routine patrol. When they come across a pirate ship in the distance, they waste no time engaging the vessel with a barrage of warning shots from a nearby helicopter. The seas become quiet and tense as the Korean Special Forces draws near. They fire more warning shots as they approach to send a clear message to whoever's waiting inside. The SEALs wait until daybreak to storm the ship and clear it room by room. They don't even make it off the deck before the enemy engages. Then, at the top of the steps, they come face to face with their targets for the very first time. Although the mission is a success, the war against these marauders is far from over. Number 10. A ship named the Liberty Sun is on a humanitarian mission, delivering food to Sudan, when it's discovered by pirates on speedboats. The pirates try to board the large ship numerous times, but their attempts are repeatedly thwarted by the captain's precise evasive maneuvering. Soon they give up and fire rockets and rifles into the Liberty Sun out of frustration as they retreat. Look closely here, and just yards away you'll see a large round hole in the wall from an RPG explosion.
They hit my room, man. Blew up my bed. You're a pirate?
The pirates fire a few shots at the cameraman and he retreats inside. Alarms sound as they tail the boats in pursuit. Later, 11 of the pirates are captured with the help of another vessel. Number 9. In 2010, the Chinese Navy launched an operation to capture pirates in the Gulf of Aden. They wanted to capture them alive, so they fired warning shots and gave them a fair chance to surrender. Eventually, the Navy heads to a Chinese tanker that's been taken hostage. The narrow corridors and other tightly confined spaces all need to be painstakingly swept for remaining hostiles before the ship can be considered clear. It takes a long time, but after a while, the ship is deemed safe and the survivors are removed. The pirates appear to have thoroughly looted the place and then left, choosing not to take hostages this time. All that remains of their presence is a single round fired through a window. Otherwise, it's as if they were never there. Number 8. Pirates will pillage any vessel they can find, and they've made enemies with nations all around the world as a result. Here, a Canadian military chopper opens fire on a pirate speedboat as it tries to get away. Later, the bandits are ambushed on a night mission and rounded up. Some of them appear to be no older than teenagers who have simply been born into a tough lifestyle. It's a sad situation, but it's also just another harsh day of survival on the Gulf of Aden. Number 7. In 2009, a small boatload of pirates made the mistake of attacking a German naval supply ship and end up paying the price. The well-equipped supply ship easily avoids their attempts to board and then chases them off, but it's not over yet. They have a quick discussion and formulate a plan. If you speak German, then please tell me what they're saying here.
Dan mag ik die skif noordelijk van hem en hij doet zuidelijke koers.
The German vessel calls on the help of all nearby Dutch, Spanish, Greek, and American warships and helicopters to embark on a massive manhunt across the open waters. The team searches the area and finally comes across the same pirates 85 miles to the north. The Germans personally send a small boat out to make the final arrest themselves. It's a tense standoff on calm, darkened waters.
Hey! Wat heel veel dem hat door is, dem hat ik wel heel veel.
They aren't sure if the pirates are going to surrender peacefully or go out with a fight. Fortunately, they chose the former and are taken into custody without further incident. Number 6. This video starts out with a man speaking in a language that I don't recognize, maybe Korean. I would appreciate it if anyone can identify the language and tell me what they are saying here. Anyway, shortly after this brief conversation, each crew member grabs a firearm and takes aim at 3 small pirate ships. Both sides are within firing range, though I can't tell if the pirates are aiming back at them or just trying to get away. Again, please tell me what is being said here if possible. I'd really like to know what words are being exchanged as they hold another man's life within their sights.
Okay, kita mengambil langkah berjaga-jaga. Navy. Captain.
Ultimately, the pirates seem to back off and possibly go towards one of the other nearby boats, so perhaps the crew's brave stance worked to their advantage. Afterwards, the cameraman runs inside of the ship with his mates to report the sighting to the proper national agency. Number 5. This footage comes from one of the many international response teams who will actually come out to investigate any pirate attack as soon as it's reported. This time they send a helicopter out to take a closer look at a string of suspicious merchant ships. These ships look somewhat out of place, considering a recent pirate attack was just reported in this area. The response team tries to communicate with a captain to verify the ship's credentials, but the radio remains silent. As if that weren't enough, all of the ships refuse to stop when ordered. The response team finds this activity odd and decides to follow them well into night. Eventually, they fire a volley of warning shots and force the ships to stop. The response team sends a ship to pick up the crew, and they are taken aboard and investigated for 10 days before being released on some nearby islands. They were almost certainly pirates, but in this case, there was simply not enough evidence to legally charge them. Number 4. After weeks at sea, a patrolling marine warship spots a small speedboat that looks like the same type used by pirates during raids. They quickly send a small boat full of armed marines to investigate. The pirates take one look at the approaching armed platoon and immediately put their hands in the air and surrender. They are surrounded and taken aboard. It's a small victory, but one more pirate vessel off the waters nonetheless. Number 3. The Singapore container ship is traveling along the Gulf of Guinea when 8 pirates with rifles attempt to board the vessel. Here you can see how close they come to actually boarding the ship. Apparently, the captain was able to steer away from the pirates just in time to avoid their attempts to climb on board. Who knows what terrible things would have happened to this crew if the pirates had managed to get on deck. Number 2. A large cargo ship is making a routine delivery when suddenly a much smaller vessel pulls up alongside it at a slow rate of speed. A small man climbs on top of the boat and fires what appears to be some sort of grappling device. He and his partner quickly scale the line and gain access to the deck. They both immediately sprint towards the cameraman while shouting and holding large sticks that could possibly be spears. I think the person holding the camera is Russian, but I can't tell for sure. Please let me know what he's saying here. Even though I don't know exactly what he's saying, I can somehow sense his impending dread as the two men close in. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. I'm currently doing a super poll on my Instagram. If you believe ghosts are real, then go to my most recent photo and tap the like button. If you don't, DM me saying why. When you're done, come right back to this video to find out the number 1 entry. Chills merch is now available, and I'm gifting viewers who spend over $100 with a 100% free foot lettuce t-shirt to show my appreciation. This offer won't last forever, so get yours by visiting chillsmerch.com. Also, follow me on Twitter at YT_chills because that's where I post video updates. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way you'll be notified of the new video I upload every Thursday. Number 1.
This is our 27th day in captivity. Mentally, we are under great stress and threatened. Our kidnappers are losing patience.
These words, spoken by Paul and Rachel Chandler, were recorded roughly 1 month after they had been snatched from their private yacht by pirates and held for ransom. It would be more than a year before they would be released. The official amount paid has not been made public, though more than $4 million was the asking price. Ironically, the money was raised by the good-natured Somali community in the United Kingdom, who had heard this story on the news and wanted to help.
We are also feeling very much under threat now that these people themselves won't hesitate to take our lives.
Ouija boards supposedly turn to the afterlife for answers, though as these YouTubers have found, you may not always like what's waiting to be found on the other side.